What's good, guys? It's Sam here, and I wanted to give a quick update on the progress with YouTube. So I think this is week number 12 or something along those lines. From the end of October up until towards the end of January. So about 90 days. Make sure you press the subscribe button and the bell notification. So what I did is I am documenting my process of getting to $100 a day online, exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing that, and I'm showing you the results. So I'm going to show you the gains and like the growth, but I want to also show you like these last couple weeks where I didn't make any progress from the standpoint of the numbers. Still going through the process, still creating content, but I didn't grow the channel. So I'm gonna continue making content and just showing you what I'm doing to get there. If everything holds fairly steady by mid-February, I should be able to re-monetize the channel. And at the end of the video, I'm going to go over last time I had the channel monetized and how much money I made at that point. So if you want to jump to that, it'll be a few minutes or whatever. But in the meantime, I'm going to go over some of the results. So this is what I've got here. So to get to $100 a day online, I figure I'll probably need about 1 million minutes for the month. So the 250,000 minutes per week by the end of March 2020. That's my objective. That gave me about a year and a half from the end of October until the end of March in 2020. From 2018 October till the end, basically November 1st through the end of March 2020. It came out to be about 72 weeks. So if I know that, if I have the end point and I know where I'm at, you can calculate the growth of what you need, the internal rate of return. That came out to be 7.85%. So that's a weekly growth rate. So if you know anything about growth rates, you know the weekly growth rate of fucking almost 8% is crazy. Like if you can get in a business and you get 8% growth on a quarterly basis, that's like fucking amazing. But to do this on a weekly basis is astronomical. So and actually I probably can pull up the number of total weeks here on the side in just a second to show you how many weeks in total that I've been doing this and the progress that I've been making along the way. So it has been about 13 weeks so far into the progress, and I'm hitting my numbers for the end of July of this year, 2019. So I'm way ahead of schedule. However, these last 2 weeks, I've seen negative growth, meaning the channel, in terms of the minutes watched, has gone down. And I would have liked it to continue up and to the right, but that's just not how life works. And that's cool. But I'm going to continue with the process because I know that I can get to $100 a day online. And I'm just going to show you the results. So I made that spreadsheet with the estimate of how much I need on a weekly basis, right? Growing at 7.85%. And then the actual is next to that. And I'll actually put that in a different color just so it's easier to make out. But when you actually take a look at the results, being way ahead of schedule and growing at a week for what was it, about 10 weeks in a row, I was growing at like 30+% week over week growth. So there's like, when you're growing that quickly, you're like, something has to be up, right? Something has to be off. Or it has to slow or something, or maybe I created that by doing this. So I went through, and if you take a look at this, this is the estimate of where I need to be on track. So by hitting this number, I will be on track to get to 250,000 a week by the end of March 2020. So I'm at this is what I finished the last week with, 17,323 minutes. 2 weeks ago, I was at 18,000. So I've dropped a little bit in terms of the total number of minutes watched. A 2% drop, 2.5% drop, and then a 1.5% drop week over week for the last 2 weeks. Still way ahead of where I need to be right here. However, I want to see growth. I want to see some progress. So I'm going to just show you what some of that data looks like. Now this right here is the last 365 days. As you can see right below my picture, the total amount of time is 180 minutes. Now, the reason that I'm showing you the last 365 days is because for YouTube monetization, you need 240,000 minutes watched on an annual basis. So if you take 180,500 roughly, minus what you need, so that's the actual minus what I need, gives you about 60,000. Divide 60,000 by my average daily minutes watched, around 2,500 minutes per day, then that gives me about 24 days before I will hit the 4,000 hours of watch time, give or take, assuming that there's no growth in the next 24 days. If there's any growth, then that will be lower. Or if it continues to decline, then it would be longer. So once that I'm able to monetize, my estimate is hopefully have the channel remonetized by the end of February of 2019. And the estimate for the amount of money that I will make from that is around like $50 on the low end and so this would be at 35,000 views per month at like $1.50 CPM, around $50. At a $10 CPM, that's $350. So depending on where the actual CPM is, like the amount of money per 1,000 views that I get, and that's based upon the type of content, like business, say financial content is going to pay more than fitness type content. I don't put out business content for that reason. I put out business content just because I find it fucking interesting. But with that being said, I wanted to get into the last time I had my channel monetized, and I had pulled up the numbers for that so you could actually see. So I started my channel in April of 2013. So what, you know what I mean? Quite a long time ago. It'll be 6 years in April. Quite a long time. But I was never consistent with putting out content. However, not being consistent, and just, this is way before, like, YouTube was not even slightly as competitive it is today, and I still feel like there's a tremendous opportunity. You just have to be better today than you would have had to have been in 2013 to make money. During the time that I had the channel that was monetized, I made $513.96. I have another channel too, and I think I made $26 on that channel. But on this channel specifically, $513.96. So not tremendous amount of money, but not a small amount of money either. Now, the best month I ever, so that's over the course of the entire time that I had it monetized. It got demonetized when they changed the rules to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And you may remember that 2 minutes ago I said 240,000 minutes. Well, if you take 4,000 hours times 60 minutes is 240,000 minutes. Okay, so that happened at in February of 2018. So it will have been about a year of not having the channel monetized. However, I was never fully committed to it. So the best month I ever had from a earnings standpoint was $17.28. And that was back in fucking September of 2014. And I'm going to show you these numbers too. So as you can see here, here's the total dollar amount, $513. And that is from when I started the channel up until, you can see I started it here. Look at that, 650 videos almost. That's crazy. And that's how much I made. This is what it looked like on a monthly basis. So I wasn't fucking doing anything crazy. I'm going to pull up the annual right here so you get to see how much it was per year. The best year was 2015 with $157. $157. Like, that's not much money. come on, to anybody. Well, I mean, it is, I guess to some people it might be a lot of money, but it's not a tremendous amount of money. So, and then in 2018, I made $5.45. So, when I've been able to remonetize the channel, if it's even slightly in the range between $50 and $350, like $100 something a month, that's going to put 2019 as the best year I've had on YouTube. The last thing I wanted to touch on is I just wanted to appreciate anybody who is watching this video for taking the time to do so. I'm at around 860,000 minutes watched of my time. So that translates into 14,000 and change hours. And then if you divide that by 60 and then you divide that by 24, that's almost 2 full years. It's 600 days of time watched on my channel. Like, that's amazing. That's very humbling to, it makes me want to just create more content and put that out there. And it's super humbling that somebody's going to give me their time to actually watch these. So I just want to thank you for anybody who does get to this point in this video. Thank you for taking the time to consume any of this content. I really do appreciate your time, and I'll let that be the end of the video. Stay tuned on a weekly basis. I'm putting out the content on here. Not only am I monetizing on YouTube, but I'm also monetizing on Amazon Associates. So check out the channel for that if you are interested in how much I'm making on Amazon Associates and all the details associated with that. Check back next week for another video on the results for YouTube. Trying some new things this week. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're still watching, thank you so much. What I'm going to be doing for this week, I started to actually put out less content around some of the compounds that I enjoy researching and taking. And I think that is actually what was really driving a lot of that growth. So this week I stepped that back up and I started putting out a lot more content around those compounds that I was taking or that I'm researching with. And we'll see how that plays out in the following week. Also, I'm doing marketing in the morning before I go to the gym, and then again in the evening to see if putting it in the morning and the evening and marketing on other social networks, if that has an impact on the SEO on YouTube. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.